Good evening, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the 12 Days of Gen Hacks. One of my children said tonight, Mama, how many days are you doing this? I said, well, I said I would do it 12 days because of the song. They weren't thinking of the 12 Days of Gen Hacks song. I mean, the 12 Days of Christmas, obviously. So I'm hoping I'm not wearing you out because I've done this for 12 nights, but I've had a ball. So I hope that if you've been able to grab it, that it's been something fun for you. And tonight I am going to touch on the health side. Remember we talked about at the beginning, I'm going to aim at health stuff, home stuff, and sayings that Lorenzo and I have tried to run our family by. We touched on that kind of area last night. And I'm excited about tomorrow night and last night, which is Saturday. So I'm going to hit one of the most important health hacks that I have, the most important gen hack that I have in the area of health. And so I'm hoping that this will be something that hits the target for some of you. Now, I want to say right off that some things in our world tend to get faddish and a trend, so to speak. And essential oils are one of those things that could seem that way. And what I'm wanting to throw your way tonight is a little bit of my experience with them and just give you kind of a good hold on what they are, what they do, and answer the question, why should I care? And I think you have a lot of things going on in your life, as do I. And so if it's not worth caring about, I mean, we don't care, right? So that's my aim tonight in a quick bite-sized portion of live video. So what are essential oils and why should I care? So basically, an essential oil is a volatile liquid from a plant. If you've ever been around anything farm, then you're going to get that pretty well. And if you've read Genesis, actually, you can get it pretty well. Lots of good indication there that God did some incredible stuff with plants. In fact, he says in Revelation that healing for the nations is found in the leaves of the, actually I'm forgetting the verse there, and my husband's in the other room, maybe he'll tell it to me. Healing for the nations is in Revelations, and it's talking about basically something that's powerful and volatile in what happens in Genesis, and it connects Genesis to Revelation there. And I'm sorry I didn't quote that correctly. I'll try to look that up and put it in the comments. But all that to say, what happens with plants and how God's given them to us is no new thing, okay? It's been around forever. And the resurgence of being able to use essential oils has done a lot to boost the natural side of health and keep people above the wellness line as they used to. For instance, obviously we're at Christmas time. Frankincense and myrrh was given to, hey, Miss Pamela in Canada. So happy you got to hop on. Yay. Frankincense and myrrh was a big deal, obviously. That's what happened in Jesus' time. There wasn't a Walgreens or a place to pick up a prescription. She just had a baby in that time frame. When she got frankincense and myrrh, guys, she would have known exactly what to do with it. It would have been normal to her. That would have been a very valuable gift for their health and their wellness. Some people say it was enough supply. Historically speaking, some people say that it was enough supply for Jesus's lifetime. I mean, it was a tremendous thing that was done for them. All that to say, back to the question for the Gen Hack tonight, why should I care what essential oils are? Okay, so reason one that you should care what essential oils are is if prevention is your gig, okay? Why do I say that way? Well, we live in the Western Hemisphere and we're all about intervention as a nation, and that hasn't really been to our benefit. When we intervene, then we don't fix the actual problem. And I'm talking health here, okay? It could, I guess, apply to other areas, but if prevention is your gig, then really, really high quality, pure therapeutic grade essential oils are going to be something you want to check into, because I can say from personal experience, and I have a big tribe here, right? Have at home kind of my last two young adults are in and out, around 13 people that I want to keep on the top of the wellness line. Okay, so I want to think preventive. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure instead of intervention. Doesn't mean we won't have to intervene occasionally, but we want to prevent first. Do things that are maintenance and prevention over and over and over, so we build a load of strong immune response no matter what comes our way, right? So that's reason one. Reason two, you should know what in the heck essential oils are, is if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, kind of a fun play on words there. But I talk to a lot of people that say, why is this not working? Why is this thing coming back over and over? Why am I not getting to the bottom of it? Why do I not understand what the root of my physical issues are? Well, that's a really good reason to dig into essential oils, because they do not just address things in your physical body, but if you know a little bit, now I'm just a mom, okay, disclaimer, but if you know a little bit about the areas of the brain, the limbic area of the brain is right here in the frontal lobe, and your sense of smell is one of the direct access channels to the limbic area of the brain. Well, what do you do with your nose? You smell, okay, and the volatile, meaning powerful, elements of the essential oils, if they're 100% pure, not the ones that have junk in them, they follow up to the limbic system through your nose, through your power or sense of smell, okay? That's what aromatherapy is. It means therapeutic use of aroma, okay? So the molecules, little tiny molecules, not big molecules like pharmaceutical medicine, but little small molecules can go up into that frontal lobe or the limbic area of your brain. Well, what do you process and use in the frontal part of your brain, the frontal lobe? Your emotions. Okay, so you're not just addressing your physical symptoms with EOs, you're actually working on the emotional stability of your being. Remember, you are a spirit, you have a soul, you live in a body, and your emotions are in the mind, will, and emotions area of your soul, and physically up where your front part of your brain is. So the EOs help address that. How do they do that? Well, they do that by helping the hormone levels, helping the emotional center find some stability, much like what you would want to take some kind of allopathic medicine for, okay? But we're doing it through the essential oil without the side effect, okay? And that is very, very, very exciting. There's so much. This could be like 4 and 5 hours. I mean, just and I don't even know the tip of the iceberg myself. But let me say, being a health detective for your own health journey is a big plus too. And I highly recommend that you try to do that for yourself. Really do some digging for yourself. Having the World Wide Web in itself is just one of the biggest tools. It can be kind of scary too, but you have a lot of information at your fingertips, okay? So reason 3, you should know what in the heck essential oils are, is if you want to do health frugally, okay? Now, I add this area as a hack because I'm a mom of 13 and because I get budget and I get spending money responsibly. I get being a good steward. I'm not saying I get it as in I do it perfectly. I'm just saying I understand the thing. I understand the battle with putting our money where we really want it to be. And again, in the Western Hemisphere especially, we have a real issue with maintaining things, but not wanting to maintain our physical body, which is kind of weird. You know, I mean, we do the things we need to do to keep a car running, like oil changes, and we do the things we need to do for a pet, like their checkups at the vet. I mean, the list goes on, but if we are presented with something we can do that, remember, keeps us on the prevention, maintenance side of our health, keeping our bodies in one piece, then we go, oh, well, that's too expensive. Well, no, not really, because if you have your health, you have many goals. If you don't have your health, you only have one goal, because you only get to stay here if you have a body. If you don't have a body, you can't stay here. So all that to say, I'm not saying that an essential oil is the fix all be all, everything's going to be perfect. I'm just saying that the reasons you should care about what happens with essential oils is because of those three things that I mentioned already. They're going to help you maintain the prevention side of your health journey, okay? They're going to help you get past being sick and tired of being sick and tired. That was reason number 2. And reason 3, if you want to do it frugally. Now keep in mind, when I say frugally, I mean if you invest in the good stuff, the really 100% therapeutic grade, good type of essential oils, because there's all kinds out there, as with anything, you got to find the good ones. There's a way to do it frugally where you can invest in the good ones, get good results, and be in a position that you can be parts of a community and a company, as far as whatever your research reveals, because I feel like I've found an amazing way to find the best stuff. Those people that produce the best stuff have a way of getting something back to you, okay, that are going to bless you financially and help you to continue to do what you want to do with essential oils. Now, as you can see from my shirt here, I think that the best company you can do some research on is Young Living. I've been doing that for about 9 years. And since this Gen Hack thing is a way for you to get to know me a little better, and my goal in doing it is to pass on things that have helped us as a family, I cannot go through 12 days of Gen Hacks and not give you the oil thing. It's just too important. Okay? To wrap up, I'm going to go through 4 different oils, which are some of the main ones, and I'm just going to give you 2 or 3 things per oil that are supported by that specific oil, okay? So, lemon. Lemon is one of those oils that you'd really recognize from other things that are viewed as a healthy practice. It helps support healthy pH levels. It's wonderful to drink in your water. A drop of lemon is equivalent to about the rind of 22 lemons, okay? When you use it as an essential oil, it's been distilled from the plant, okay? So that's the strength of how the essential oils work. They're very strong and effective drop by drop. Another one is peppermint. Peppermint's probably one of my very, very favorites. It's supportive of any kind of energy drop off you may be experiencing. It's also good to drink in water. Supports digestive health. It's phenomenal for waking you up if you're in that afternoon slump. It's also very supportive of, I guess what I'll say for lack of a better term, head health. Your head feeling good, okay? That's how I'm going to say that. Thieves, an excellent oil for how you keep things clean. That can range from how you keep your home clean to all the hygienic areas of your physical body. It supports healthy bacteria levels. It's reputed to have carried a couple of gypsy thieves through the Middle Ages and the Black Plague without succumbing to the Black Plague. The side note of that is they supposedly robbed people that were dying of the Black Plague. That's a funny story to me. I'm sure the legend has picked up details as it's gone on, but that's where they get the name thieves, okay? And then a 4th one of what I'd call the most popular ones is lavender, and it's really probably the most famous one as well. Now, again, I want to emphasize, let me add for lavender, it helps promote amazing sleep. It's very calming. It's an excellent essential oil for babies, infants, pregnancy. The list would go on and on and on, but remember, this is very, very quick. All that to say, why in the heck should I care what essential oils are? Okay, well, remember, if you want to stay on the prevention and maintenance side, they will help you, okay? If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, what you're doing isn't working, and you know you need to make a change lifestyle-wise, you can do it little bits and pieces. Essential oils are a really, really good place to start, okay? And if you want to do it frugally, that leads into what I want to wrap up with. I think you've heard me mention quite a few times that I have a little part-time gig. My main time gig is that I'm a mom. I'm just a mom. I teach my kids at home. I'm a mom of 13. Okay, that's my main gig. My part-time gig is that I now unexpectedly, that's a tongue twister tonight apparently, I suddenly, after about 9 years, have been able to share what I love about what happens with essential oils from an amazing company. As I mentioned, it's Young Living, to enough people that I'm in a community now of about a couple thousand people, and I now am benefiting from that financially too. And I have to say that because that's helped me benefit in the frugality area, because now month to month I don't ever have to pay for them, or let me say I get enough money back from the way Young Living works that I don't have to pay for them. So that is where the frugality comes in. So all that to wrap up, essential oils are not a new thing, guys. They've been around forever. As I said, they started in Genesis. You can find references, probably over 100, probably up to 200 references in the Bible to essential oils. And the beautiful thing is if you can get something good in your hands, if you can really get the high potency, therapeutic grade type essential oils in your hands, you're going to know the difference, by the way. If you want to get one that's cheaper and that's not as high a quality, you're going to see some changes in how you're feeling, how you're able to get through your health journey, your energy levels, how you're able to keep your tribe well. And you can see how, again, that would benefit me. I forgot to say that on a frugality side, if all my crew is feeling badly a lot, it's going to cost a lot of money. And so that all has been helping those things happen. That's probably the fastest I've ever gone through the top 4 amazing oils that I can recommend to you, and the reasons why you should care what essential oils are. So I hope that hit the mark for some of you. I hope that answered some questions for you. And I also do want to say, if you're on social media, you are seeing a lot of stuff out there about essential oils, okay? And for the most part, the accessibility to essential oils, regardless of quality, but the accessibility to them in general, usually comes through a networking company, okay? I did not know that when I first got oils in my hands 9 years ago, but now, after the 9 years has passed, I would unequivocally say I am in love with how that model works. It's been a blessing to me and to my family, and if you have some criticism for it, you might want to do a little bit of research, because I could have had some criticism back then. What has actually turned out to be the truth is that that model has created this beautiful group of people that I get to work with every day, and it's created something beautiful in just the mindset of how my family works that I never expected, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So anyway, I think that puts all of that in a little capsule for you, and I hope that in some way, shape, or form it helped you. So I am pumped to be finishing up this 12 days of Gen Hacks. I only have 2 more days. I can't believe it. Gen Hacks are going to continue. I'm not sure how. I do Gen Hacks with my oil team, and I plan on continuing them on my personal page. And yes, an amazing business model. Could not agree more, Sarah. I also plan on getting these videos onto YouTube. I was listening to a good friend today, on Facebook talk about the algorithm of how we learn information and what people really, really want. That's why I'm trying to make this Gen Hack really short and concise, because I know really for long-term information, for something really meaty and depth wise, for a longer amount of listening time, people really want something like a podcast or YouTube. So that is most likely going to be where I'm headed as far as YouTube, and I am working on a podcast. My son's going to help me manage that. So that's all in the works, okay? 2 more nights of the 12 Days of Gen Hacks, tomorrow and Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. here on Facebook. Same time, same place. I hope that you'll hop by and listen for a little bit. I hope that you're blessed by it. And if you have questions, if you have comments, if you need help, if the Gen Hack tonight is something that you want to talk about or want to ask me about, shoot me a PM and we will chat, okay? I hope you have a blessed night, guys. So good to see you here tonight. And I will look forward to next time. Same time, same place. Love and hugs, guys. Bye.